Hello, welcome back. We are on the fifth episode, and I believe it's the second part or second video of a series where we're creating extensions. We're learning how to create extensions. So, welcome back. This is Omniverse from scratch, and I'm really a nobody trying to learn how to do, well, try to learn how to create apps in Omniverse. And here we have uh, a challenge. And here's the overall goal of a three-part challenge that we want to create. I myself is from the architecture slash interior design engineering construction industry, and my ultimate goal is to create a Revit-like program slash application on the basis of OpenUSD using Omniverse Kit. So here are the first three challenges that I plan on creating in an extensions form. Now these three may not be three separate extensions. I'm not entirely sure whether it should be three separate yet. It might all be one, who knows? But the idea is to be able to, at some point, load in, or rather, yeah, load in real world product assets, such as, say, if challenge, the first challenge, we want to create a 1 hour fire rating wall or 2 hour or 3 hour fire rating wall, then we could actually look into something like USG systems, where they have all sorts of wall assembly definitions. Now, we're not sponsored or anything like that, but this is just an example where every company have their own little building systems, if they're selling wall assemblies. So say this assembly, you have a gypsum wallboard on one end, you have insulation and studs 2x4s in the middle, and then another gypsum wallboard on the other end, and the total is 4 and 3/4 inches, and the studs will be 16 inches of center to center. So that's one system, and this obviously is a real world product, and I want to allow people to be able to build or design within our programming using real world products. So that's our first challenge. Here's an example, and I'll probably, I don't know, yeah, I'll probably allow people to download this, but the point really is not to create exactly this thing, but this is an example of what an 1 hour, 1 hour exterior stucco wall would look like. And you have different layers of everything with different thickness. And then a 1 hour double wall would look like that. And this is really for people that are not in the architecture industry, to know that there are specifications of products like this. So, and these are all designed according to local building codes and or international building codes. So things like this, we need to have it predefined in a program, and then all the designer needs to do is just plop it down and drag the length of it. Now, for our very amateur example of this first stage of the extension, I don't think we're going to actually do a very, a fixed spec for the wall, but I did design a very, very simple, just button-driven functionality where I want the extension, for today at least, I want to be able to create a new wall. It really is essentially a cube, but we're calling it a wall. And we don't care about what's inside that cube. Eventually that cube is going to be replaced with a pre-built asset. And then we could click on this button that moves it left, click on this button that moves it right, click on this button that shortens the wall, click on this button to lengthen the wall. Then we could change the thickness. This is really just talking about the thickness here for now, by clicking on these buttons, and then we have another last button is to restart. Just clean everything up, and hopefully we can make this happen today. If not, it'll be a couple or however many episodes it's going to take. I am learning real time while we do this, and you get to follow along. So here we are in Omniverse Launcher. We just had an update. Maybe just, or maybe I just noticed that there was an update. So I didn't know this before until today, that whenever there's a little bell, that means there's a new update or there's something that's announced. So you would click on this little green part indicating that there's something for your attention, and then you would install it. Now in this case, we're not going to go with Kit, we're going to go with code, and I'm just going to, and I just updated code today. So there might be a new interface that you'll see, and I know because I opened it before. Okay, this is new. So the moment you open it up, it's going to ask, let's see, would you like to set up code to disable compatibility mode and relaunch? Detect. I have no idea. New GPUs were found. Okay, I guess. I'm just going to hit okay. I hope I don't break anything. Let's see. All right. Okay, so I think I do need to stay in compatibility mode because my GPU is not ray trace, does not have RTX available functionality. So it's going to ask me, at least, you know, if your graphics card is good enough, it's going to not have this pop up, but mine does. Would you like to set up code to always launch with Vulkan and Storm only? That's basically compatibility mode, I think. No valid GPU were found. So that's what I anticipate. Next time when I open it, it probably is going to prompt me to get out of compatibility mode. I just need to hit no. All right. So I'm going to start with an empty page, and then I don't want to see this in startup. Double click on empty. Hopefully nothing's going to break. All right, we look good. This is as I remembered last time. So first things first, I need something called a command utility right here because I am not familiar with the commands in code or in, you know, in this world. So I'm going to need some helpers. The first thing I'm going to do is go to Windows Extensions and type in command. Here we are. Commands utils. So this, if it was a previous version, this would be turned on. This would be turned on by default. Since this update, it is turned off. That's okay. We're going to turn it on. Here we go. This is it. And I want to have it auto load. So it's going to have it on every time. So now I close the extension. I'm going to plop this here in this little area. So what this does, if you look here, I'm going to create a little cube in the space, and then you'll see a new command pop up. There we go. So it just, whatever I did with the program, it actually is equivalent to giving the program a command. And the command is not just one command, it's like a post selection of everything. Like what it is amazing is that we could actually click on that command, say create mesh prim with default X form, and the prim type is cube, above ground equals true, and then I could, by selecting that, I could generate script to clipboard from selected command. So if I hit that button, it basically, once I do a paste, it'll essentially have that command written for me. Now, what we want to do right now is I'm deleting that. So as you could see, I just deleted it and this command came up. So now I know, well, I don't know, but something hinted me that this is the command. If I hit select command or generate script on this, then it'll create the script of deleting an object for me. Okay, first things first, let's create a blank extension from the template. So I'm gonna go to Windows again, go to extensions, and then you'll see this little green button, green plus button on the left. Click on that and hit new extension template project. There we go. Now it's gonna ask where we want to create that template. And let's see, where is it? It'll be under D. The users Apple Omniverse projects, and today is episode 5. So I'm going to select this folder. Today is episode 5. Hit select, and then I'm going to name it Omniverse from scratch. Should I actually name it that way? I'm going to name it different. I'm going to name it walls. Omniverse from scratch dash walls. That's how we're going to do this. And the first one would be Omniverse from scratch. Omniverse from scratch. I'm going to do that. So assuming that we might have this being sort of like a default template. In fact, I'm going to call it template. For walls. That's what it's going to be. Okay, I might forget about this, but I'm just going to hit OK. Now it's going to do its thing. It's going to open up Visual VS Code for me. Very good. Everything is going as planned. Excuse me. Now we have our template. Here we have two buttons. One that says add, one says reset. If I click on add, it'll go into a counter. If I hit reset, it'll go back to empty. So now I'm going to shrink this to this size so you could see both sides. There we go. And this we could close. It's always a good habit to close what we don't need. So let's look at our UI again and see what needs to happen. So we need one button that creates a new wall. We need two buttons that moves it. So let's go in here, go back to code, and then here's our little window. I'm just going to put it here. I don't want it to snap to anything. Okay, so let's go to this. When it opens your VS Studio or VS, yes, Visual Studio Code, I believe it needs to go into extensions, Omniverse from scratch, and extensions. Still fairly new to this. This is where you change a lot of things. So you could see that my window, I'm going to change that to walls. The window size, I don't know what exactly is the biggest or what's the proper size yet, but so I'm just going to leave that. Let's see. If I hit save right now, I can see this is red. I have a feeling it's because of this extra line, extra. Let's see if that does anything. And then I'm going to hit save. Control S. Okay, that solved that little redness. Whoops, didn't want that. So now the title is called Walls. I like that. And then instead of, let's see, the first button, instead of it calling add, be called add, I'm going to call it plus new wall. Does that work? Control S, saving. It does work. Great. Great. And then the next button, or rather I'm going to create another button here called, what's it called? Move left. Move left. The next button is going to be called move right. Control S. Let's see what happens. Okay, it tries to put everything in the same row. I'm guessing that the stack actually is a new row, means a new row. So let's see what happens if I do that. Control S. There we go. That is a new row. So that's great. Let's create all our buttons so that we don't have to come back to this page and look at it over and over again. Let's see. So the next row, which is this row, we only have two buttons. It's called shorten wall. Then this one is called lengthen. Then we have, let's see, a three-part that says this is a 1 hour. So I haven't learned how to create a label yet, but I'm gonna take some wild guesses. But we'll figure it out together. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. And then the last row would be a reset. So let's look at this. Let's save. One thing about Python that I've noticed, again, I'm very new to Python, is that it's sensitive to extra lines and extra spaces in lines. So make sure you delete unnecessary dots that you see here. Okay, I'm gonna hit Control S, saving it, and then there we go. We have our UI. I like that. Now, we'll figure out how to do. I'm gonna take a wild guess. If I do this, and then instead of UI button, let's try UI. Is there like a UI text or something? Text? There we go. Text. Nope. Let's see. Label. There we go. We have a label. Let's see what happens there. Text, and then let's see if this works. Fire rating. Okay. No comma in the end. Okay, Control S. Does anything happen? Oh, it happened. Can I add a little, what does that mean? Maybe I need to add a line separately. Can I do that? UI dot line. There is a line. Great. Nothing in there. Great. So I'm deleting these extra spaces. Control S. What happens? Okay, that line is not what I expected, but better. I'm gonna remove that line. We'll figure that out. I'm sure there's like a specific type of label looking things. But this is good enough. I'm just removing that line and then just having this like so. Oh, I just realized that there's a label here. Interesting. So it actually did teach me how to do this. Okay, we have our UI. We don't need this page anymore. So now what we do, or what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually widen this for now. See what happens. All right, here we go. I want to, actually no. Whoa, don't crash. Do not crash. Uh-oh. I did not save. That's okay. We made the extension. Oh no. We might have crashed. I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds while we talk about this to kill time. So looking forward, looking ahead, the second challenge would be to create a resizable window that could only go into a wall. Now, obviously, in real life, you can have a window go into a wall, a roof, even on the floor if you're looking down into like a river, whatnot. But a window doesn't really isn't usually installed alone. It usually has a surrounding structure going along with it. Same thing with the challenge 3, which is installing doors. So afterwards, we're going to have to learn how to create criteria of which a certain object could be, or asset in this case, could be put into. I'm going to go ahead and close this. There we go. Close the program, and I'm going to reopen it. There we go. And launch. I'm going to have to turn on the there we go. I hope it doesn't crash again. So I have to turn the, since nothing saved, I'm going to turn on the command again. Wait, it did come in. Command utils is in. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, here it is, commands. All right, that wasn't so bad. Extensions. Let's load our cute little extension. So this is actually a good time to practice. Where's our gear? I guess the gear turned into a hamburger menu. May import extensions. Is that how we do it? Yes. Import. Do we need to go down to the extension level? Let's see if that does anything. No. Okay, so we do need to go into the extension level. So double click, import. Nope. One more. There. Or do we need to click on it? Maybe that's what needs to happen. Nope. Oh, it is here. Just kidding. It is here. So it's in, obviously it's not under NVIDIA. It's under third party. And this is it. So I'm going to have, I think it is loaded already. Maybe I need to turn on the window. Yes, this is my thing. Window. Do we have walls or something? Where do I find it? Layout. What happens if I turn it off and on? Would that trigger it to pop up? There we go. Okay, I don't know what could be done in order to not have that happen. But when I turned it back off and then turned it back on, my window came back. That's good enough for me. So I'm going to put it here. So, excuse me, we could actually remove this top label. And what I want to do, let me clear this history first, is to mimic creating a new wall. We're going to create a cube. Actually, let's save this project first. Save. Uh, save Omniverse localhost. I don't know if that makes any sense. I haven't ever used. Actually, I might have to do that later. Yeah, because I have not set up an Omniverse localhost server yet. But for now, I'm gonna put it into my Omniverse projects. Omniverse from scratch, episode 5. Okay, so I guess I don't have to save it because I have it saved, right? I have it saved. See, there you go. Everything is lining up now. I have it saved. These are the files that it was saved in. So I guess it just automatically loads it in. I'm not entirely sure because this thing that it was saved is the extension. But do I have to save this project though? Maybe? Is there a way that I could just double click on it? I'll figure it out later. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out later. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. Okay, let's create a cube. Pretending that that cube is a wall. Okay, that's the command. The command is this. Selecting it, so, and then generate script to clipboard from selected command. Click. Supposedly it's in my clipboard now. Now I come back to my visual code, and then instead of the new wall, instead of it going on click, I'm going to rename this function to be, in fact, I'm going to create a bunch of empty functions that matches what it's supposed to be. On click, instead of naming it on click, I'm going to call it new wall. And so this is going to be called new wall. So my copy and paste actually just went away, but that's okay. We could deal with that later. So this is going to be called move left, or move left, move right. And then the next one would be called shorten wall. We might come back and change these things once we have a better system and more things, you know, to standardize. But right now, we're just gonna go the straightforward route as far as naming goes. Lengthening wall, and then this would be 1 hour. I guess we can't do one. Wall. Oh, let's do this. Thickness 1 HR. So do that. Or rather, let's not call it thickness. It's not really thickness. It's the fire rating. Fire rating. It's a rating. Fire rate. Simpler the better. Fire rate. Okay. So these are, we have move left, move right. I'm sure there's a way to remove all these extra characters that it creates. And then shorten wall, fire rating. So boop, 2 and 3. So each of these, we could say that it's doing nothing for now. We'll probably just move left. Let's see. New wall. Let's just copy this. This actually doesn't matter, but I don't know exactly how to add a empty function at the moment. So, or maybe let's give it a try. Actually, I'm gonna hit save, Control S, and see if this little red wiggly goes away. It does not. Well, good to know. I think this is not the way to finish up empty function definition, but let's leave that for now and then come back and copy this command. And then I'm going to paste it here. Boop. The imports should go all the way up here. Let's organize everything. That looks nice. And then I believe we could do this. And then that. This would be simply just paste here. Okay, I'm gonna hit save, Control S. Okay, that actually, yes. So someone they teach me how to add an empty Python function, but for now I just want to get rid of that little red wigglies. Okay, I'm gonna hit save again, Control S, and then here we go. There is a prim type cube. It says indentation. Maybe it needs to be on the same row like that. I don't know if that makes sense. No. How do you fix it? Continuation line under indented for visual. Okay, so the most straightforward way is actually to not have it be 3 lines. There we go. It's not that complicated, so we don't need to make it so many lines. Now, this came up. Okay, I just hit a save and then that went away. So that's good enough. So let's give it a test. I saved it. Let's shrink this. Actually, let's make this a certain. Don't crash on me. You know what? That happened. Oh, okay. Hopefully we're not crashed. We might be crashing. Something about changing the window size crashes everything. Omniverse team. All right. For time's sake, I am going to close you and reopen you. And task. I have to do some debugging. I'm going to leave you open because this might happen again. All right. So I need to set this sort of from the beginning so hopefully we don't have to change it. Yes, let's turn on our commands. That's nice. Let's put it in here. Let's turn on our independent extension on the third party. Let's see, that is us. I'm gonna turn it off, turn it on. There we go. And we could, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Close that. Dock you up here. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Theoretically, if all goes according, I'm gonna clear this history by the way. If I hit new wall, there's gonna be a new cube. Bloop, it happened. Okay, that worked, great. Now, how do I create a wall with a specific, actually, let's see what happens if I move it to one direction. Say we move it this way, boop. All right, so this happened. So I'm gonna do this, select it, and then I'll have to, I'm trying not to change the overall size of the window so it doesn't crash again. Select the command, so say that was left. I know in this space there's no real left, but you know. So okay, import OmniKit commands, we have that already on top. And then count 1, world cube. So that's the path. I'm thinking that I might be able to throw this object and return this up as a name and then give it the path dynamically, but I'll figure that out later. Right now, let's just get through the code. So let's understand this. New translation, that means a move. So I guess it went from 50 to 46. So say if I want to move 5 at a time, I'm going to do this. So it went from 50, 50 to 50, 45. And then rotation 0. I wonder if I could do that without having to put all this info. Just only put the translations. We could give it a try. See if it works. Okay, so let's fix the indentations first. I'm gonna, because we're not changing anything other than just, you know, the location of it. And I wonder what the count is for. But for now, I am going to just do that. Okay, I'm hitting save right now, and now let's see if that does anything. Probably you won't see anything. Okay, so we have this. Move left. Does it work? I can't tell. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's moving. It also feels like the box is gone. You know what? I wonder if that's I do. Oh, look at that. A little coding issue here. Line too long. Okay, fine. Oh, I guess that's how it happens. Huh. This. I'm not quite sure if this matters, but we're gonna give it a try. Python seems a lot more sensitive than anything else. So, oh, you know what? We were missing this old translations. Yes, so we were missing the base of it. So I'm gonna hit save now. Hopefully we're not gonna run into issues. Actually, oh, are we gonna crash? Please don't crash. Control S. We're crashing. Oh, we crashed. That is a disaster. But we're prepared. We are prepared. We are prepared. So it looks like the new code, and we might have to, go back to the basics, really, because before the update, this didn't happen. So people, it's not working. All right, let's clear the history, get the extension, get the third party, turn our thing on and off. Dock it. All right, new wall, bloop, there we go, that worked. Move left, that worked. So it did. So we actually do need to, and that was what needed to happen, is that we need to actually save its location and feed it in dynamically. It would also be a good idea to see what returns, and then see if we could save the path of that cube. I wonder if I could not have it live. I wonder how I could prevent it from crashing. That's the question. Yeah. So if anybody knows how that could happen, let me know. New translation. So a little bit like the self-count situation, where we have to sort of have a save it where it was, where it is now. We're gonna have a number before we replace the count. We're gonna call it x. This will be self. In fact, x is going to be 50. Yes, so the first location is 50. And this will be x. But we're going to deduct self count here. Self x minus 55, like that. And then we need a old count. I'm not change it yet. I'm going to do that. I wonder if I need to bracket it. This is this. Let's see if that works. Oops. Self x. So theoretically, whoop, there goes the crash. It'll give it the new location, -5, and then using the old location, and then -5. So each time it was clicked, it'll go backwards, or it'll go left. Okay, let's restart that. It's funny how it already knows that it only needs to use Storm and Vulcan, and it's still, ooh, this time it didn't even start. Shoot. People, are we going to be able to continue this? This is not good. Alright. Maybe I need to give it more memory? I don't know. It's stressful. We're going to be able to do this. That's okay. I am patient and I am determined. New wall. That happened. Move left. Move left. Ooh, that didn't come out right. Oh, okay. So it's actually +5? Reset. No. Okay, I want to, how do I delete? Okay, I'm going to delete this. And this is the delete prim. I'm going to select that. Boop, boop, boop. Copy that command. Replace the reset button with that. I think this needs to go. This needs to go. And then we could probably do this. Control S, hit reset. Okay, that is gone. Let's create a, in fact, we don't need any lights. Let's see if that solves anything. Right, let's create a wall. Let's delete a wall. Create a wall, delete a wall. That works. Create a wall, move one direction. Ooh, crash. So while we restart that again, in fact, I'm not going to restart it yet. Let's look at this. Let's see if we could write all the code, at least for the left and rights. Today is struggling. We're struggling, but we saw that there was something off. I want to zoom in. Can we zoom in? Can't zoom in. All right, it's okay. Let's see. Now, we're not doing any rotations. We're not doing any scales. I wonder if this, removing this, is going to cause any problems. USC context name, time code. We're not changing any of that time. But it is transforming multiple prims. So rotation orders. We're not rotating anything. So I'm going to remove this. Hopefully I don't crash anything. Or in fact, I'm going to, let's see if we could comment it out. Because I want to sort of simplify everything. I'm not changing anything about the context name or time code. I'm going to change this into this. Like that. So 50. 50. Oh, you know what? I think it was this. Because we are changing this. We are changing this. So this actually is this. I'm not entirely sure, but it might have been what was wrong. Ooh, it's not letting us do this. That's okay. We can always come back and write it. Let's see if that works. So once we get the left done, the right is pretty much done. And then at least we got 4 buttons out of the way. And I wish all these layouts would save itself. Ooh. We might have to do the save layout thing. That'll save some time. Knowing that it's going to crash again. Okay, let's save a layout. Save layout. Okay, I'm just going to save it here. I don't even know where it is. Let's create a new wall. Actually, let's clear the history. New wall. Reset. New wall. That's working. Move left. Left. Ooh, that's not right. And it's, okay, it's moving down. Oh, you know what? This new thing is not right. Okay, it's probably gonna, this is why it's wrong. Okay, I just hit it save. New wall, move left. Well, actually, this way. But let's try it again. Okay, at least that is right. 0, 0. And then we're gonna do this. And then this is this. And then this is that. Just need to make sure. Okay, Control S, save. Reset, new wall, move left, bow. Huh. Okay, so when we create this cube, I think it's created at because it's above ground, so it's actually not 0, 0, 0. It seems to be, let's reset this, clear the history, create a new wall, and then let's see, move it this way, and I just need to be able to copy this again. Copy, and I want to see what is going on here. So the first location, okay, so this is always 50 basically, and then if we do it again, what's going to happen? This is helpful. So only this number changes, and this becomes the old number. Yeah, I feel like we are in, wonder if I could do that. Okay, this works. New wall, move left, whoop, okay. So let's do, simplify this, because, oh, you know what? What could be helpful is to have a console print, but I haven't learned how to print it in console yet. Let's see, 50. So in the beginning, it wasn't 50. Let's see what happens if we do that. New wall, move left, move left, move left. That is actually correct. Although I do think that it's not plussing, or it's not minusing. I think I want it to plus. I think I want that direction to be left. Boop, 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 boop. We are here. Wonderful. All right, let's get the other side of the button. So I feel like when there's something here, it crashes faster. So I'm going to remove it whenever I'm not using anything. Clear the history. Let's do the right here, and then minus, minus. And then instead of having a fixed number like 5, oh, actually, it doesn't do the left. I'm going to do an increment, self dot underscore increment. Maybe 10-ish. Yeah. So plus, this will be plus self dot underscore increment. And then that. This, that. So that way we could change. Okay, I guess that doesn't work. Very, very sensitive. Everything has to be just right. Control S. What does it say? Block comment should start with. Oh, it needs a space. Oh my goodness. All right. Control S. Let's create a new wall. Move left, left, left. 10 looks better. Right, right, right. That looks great. Okay. So what happens if I, how do I scale this thing? Edit. Is it this button? No, that's a move. Let's see. Global, local. What is this? Rotate, scale, R. Whoa. I do need to see something. Camera light. Does that work? Default? Gray stereo? Color light? Nothing works. Is it because it's not there anymore? That's tricky. Let's see if it works if we select it. I don't see anything. Let's reset. Clear the history, create the new wall, and then in scale, do this. Actually, let's not do that. Reset. Always gotta reset. Let's do, so next we want to do shorten wall. I'm going to do this. So this is the command, select of shorten wall. It's going to be deleted. So this we have, I'm going to reset just to make sure. Okay, here we go. We have the count again, path. Just going to put it in the same row. And then we're not rotating it. So I'm removing all the rotations. We are scaling it. So I'm removing the translation because we're not moving it technically. And then we're not changing the name or time code. So these are the only things that we're changing. Here we go. Let's make sure that indentation is correct. Make sure that this is all lined up. I wonder if I could just do this. There we go. That looks a lot better. Always keep things organized. So this is the shorten situation. Okay, this is the scale. So increment. Maybe we could, instead of calling this increment, scale change. Delta scale. And then this will be called delta XYZ Y. I think that's Y. I'm not quite sure. 0, you would think that this is X, Y, and Z. But we were changing the Z this whole time because this is the direction that we were changing, and this is here the gizmo. So we were changing the delta Z's. In other words, we need to replace all of these guys into delta Z's. Did we change 4? Yes, we did. Okay, this is delta scale. So this is like, okay, so the scale would be maybe minus maybe 0.9. Maybe like that. Does that work? Self dot. Let's see. Control S, save. All right, I guess this does not work. We need to go back in this location. Whoops, this location? No. Why is it not working? Continuation line under for visual intent. It should teach me how to fix it. Maybe this will do. Oh, so I need to pass that little bracket, little boop, 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 like that. That didn't work. Line over indented for visual intent. Did that work? No. Did that work? So this one worked. That didn't work. Does it have a message? Continuation line under indented for visual indent. I wish it had a clear. I'm just gonna keep on trying to see where it stops. Oh, you know what? The N is gone. Does that work? All right, the last time we tried it, we actually did this. Delete, hit enter. So this is where it wants to go. Save, there you go. So it really is very sensitive to the indentation. And I'm not even, honestly, people. It needs to be one character after that bracket. All right, I saved it. Everything looks okay now. Let's create a new wall. So far, it has not crashed. Move left. Oop, that didn't work. Clear history. I think this delta thing is not right. Did I miss something? You know what? Let's do this instead of, because that I actually don't like that. Naming convention scale. I am not entirely sure if this is the problem, but we're gonna give it a try. Okay. Reset. Clear history. New wall. Move left. Is everything gone? I guess. I wonder if it has anything to do with the tool that I'm selecting here. Probably not. Oh, you know what? No, that's not it. Let's see. New wall. Move right. New wall. Now it's no longer there. New wall. All right. We might have whatever. Because we're not using any renderers, I want to create a mesh. Let's see if I could even see anything. Nope, I can't see anything. So it might not be that issue. It might have been like some sort of a crash. Reset, reset. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna, because we save this layout, and if I load a layout, would it quickly come back? I'm gonna say Omniverse from scratch. Hit save, or rather, this is load. Cancel. Let's save this layout into save. Can we load the layout again? Load. There we go. It's over here. So let's switch this off. Okay, I could save the stage. So far, it hasn't truly crashed, but I'm not entirely sure why. It's not, I'm just going to save it on the desktop. No, that is bad practice. Let's come here. Let's go to Nucleus and actually create a local Nucleus server. Add that. We will save it. Yeah, let's just save it there. Oh dear. Never mind then. I'm just gonna close it and not save it. Doesn't, whoa. Wow, that was bizarre. All right, let's come back. Open up our code again. Hopefully this will solve this. I'm not quite sure why suddenly you couldn't see anything. But this has been the longest coding session we've had, which is exciting. I'm gonna load the layout. Load, quick load. Does it do anything? Nope. Okay, load layout, Omniverse. Does it do anything? It does not. So this is a joke. It's not layout that I need to save, something else. I just want to save my windows, if that's okay. Dock it here, get my commands back. I wonder how I could save my windows without having to... All right, that's okay. New wall. Anything? All right, we're back. Move left. That works. Move right. That works. Can we shorten it? That looks different. Short. Nope. But at least we could see something. Let's reset. Delete everything. Okay, that's good. There might be some garbage issue, but that was not too bad. That was not too bad. Okay, so same logic. Instead of doing this, we need to do instead of x, and this is actually not x. This is a z. Excuse me. We just arbitrarily called it x. Let's replace all the underscore x to alt underscore z. And then we will call the new scale as scale is 1.0. And then, so the same logic, this will be underscore scale. And then underscore, I think that works. Delta scale. Technically, I should actually give it a fixed width, but I'm not exactly sure how to do that yet. But we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do it next time. Let's see. Okay, so this will be the scale. Self dot scale, and then this will be. Let's see if that works. actually, I feel like this is the number that I want. No, that is not right. This is right. So each time it's scaled, it's like 90% of whatever it was before. So let's give it a shot. Clear history, new wall, shorten wall. That's not right, but it didn't break. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, why? So every time I did this, shorten wall, it moved down. Is it because I did something here? Or is it because the original is actually not 1.0? But that was cool. Okay, let's see if I could keep on shortening it. So that's yes. Here's let's try something else. Let's do a reset, create a new wall, and then I'm gonna change, instead of changing the scale, I wonder if I could change the size of it, actual size of it. I don't think so. Toggle line scale. What does that mean? Toggle offset mode. I guess we can't give it a fixed width. We should be able to. Points. All right, so this is actually the the actual vertices of it, of the thing. And then, so if we do that, then we'll have to do, change a whole bunch of things. Okay. Oh, in that case, the scale is easier. So if I widen this a wee bit, and then I change the Z scale. How do I change this? Oh, there we go. Okay, that works. Boop. All right, what did that do? That was a group. Change property. That's interesting. I see. So doing it on the screen as opposed to doing it on the property is actually two different commands. I like doing it on the properties better. What happens if I do? Okay, so let's reset. Clear history, create a new wall, go to property, and change your Z. Now this is not shrinking it, but here we go. That's a shrink. Let's copy that command. So it's underneath a group, which I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe because it's whatever that I was selecting. But I'm gonna copy this command. See what this says here. Sure, OmniKit command is correct. From property, maybe this is significantly different as far as the way to do this. Because we are actually going, I think this is the better, clearer way, maybe? But I think this part is the same. I'm not entirely sure. Let's remove this just in case. Clear the history. I'm going to come back here. Okay. Back to the drawing board. So self-scale 1.0. Can I wonder if there's like console. Nope. Doesn't work like JavaScript. I'll have to look that up later. Boop. So 1.0 times 0.9 is this, and then it replaces itself with 0.9. Oh, you know what? No, yeah, that's right. And then let's try this again. Shorten. So it did shorten it, but for some reason it also changed the it basically gave it also a translation, which I didn't want. So maybe I need to re-put it in. so that it doesn't change something that I don't want. Unless I was calling it accidentally without knowing. It definitely moved. And then what happens if I click it again? That was the right thing. So reset, new wall, left, left, left. That's right. Right, right, right. And then shorten it, reset. Oh, you know what? My reset needs to reset. Everything needs to come back here. At least the Z and the scale need to come back. That's also one of the things that I forgot. Reset. Click on reset. Now we need to do this. We need to reset all the numbers. Boop, boop. That's important. Actually, let's put it afterwards. Okay. Clear the history. New wall. Move left, left, left. Right, right, right. Shorten, 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 shorten. So it definitely moved down a tad. Oh, Is it a relative move? Let's give it a... So we're doing this. Yes, this is wrong. So I want, because it's delta, so I want 1 minus. I wonder if we could do that in Python. Okay. Because what I want to do is lengthen is instead of minus, but plus, and then 1 plus. Let's see if that works. Clear. New wall. Shorten, 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 shorten. Lengthen, lengthen. Okay. So beside the first round where that actually feels like the original scale problem. I wonder if I changed this, if that would happen. Well, there will be a problem here because if it's 0, that's a problem. New scale, old scale. And it went this way, so it's a Y problem. And it might be this, 50. All right, so let's say, let's add in a fake translation. That is unchanged. An old translation, new translation. In fact, let's do this. Wait, nope. Here. So the translation needs to come first. So say this is whatever it is. And this is whatever it is. So we're just throwing in unchanged values, basically. New translation, new scale, old translation, old scale. Let's see what happens. Clear, new wall, shorten, shorten. Oh, that worked. So I do need to put in translation, or else it'll want to, go underneath the floor. Left, 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 right, right, right. That is working. And then I think the only thing with the fire rating is probably just changing it until, so that it's not the... All right, reset, removing everything. So I am going to So in real life, these are actually going to be loading different assets. But for now, just to finish this example, to sort of give it the, I guess well, let's see, self fire rating underscore fire rating 1 equals 50.0. And then say 2 is 100, just 2 times. And then, so basically I'm giving it this, maybe like a set scale of sorts. So in that case, it shouldn't be, it should be something with a almost like percentage. So this will be 2, and then this will be 3. 2 times larger, 3 times larger. Or maybe not that big, just that, like that, and then 2 times like that. So in that case, when we are in so let me copy this. For the 1 hour fire rating wall, we will translate the scale of this. Well, yes. So the thickness of it would be the x-axis, which is the first number, and then this will be self dot underscore fire rating 1. That's the new scale. And then we should have something that is currently whatever this fire rating underscore fr current. We'll just give it like a 0 for now. Actually, let's give it the default as 1.0. And then, so this, instead of changing the scale, we need to change the fr underscore fr current equals self dot the entire 1. There we go. Sure. This will be self dot underscore fr current. Now changing this into 2. Oh, just remembered. This will be not that, just the scale itself. There. So this is unchanged. This is unchanged. So let's save. New wall 1. That's correct. That is as expected. Let's try a 2. So this will just replace everything here with 2, fixed number, and then let's reset. New wall 1, 2. That's right. And then 1. That's right. Shorten. Well, you know what? This now needs to reset. This number now needs to be set to self dot underscore fr current. Wherever that there is an x, needs to be this. All right, let's see. Clear. New wall. 2 hour rating. 1 hour rating. 2 hour rating. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Shorten, shorten, shorten. That's right. That's what we want. Okay, let's reset. Clear everything, and then finish up the fire rating 3. We are in good shape. So next week, we just cube does not exist. So this might be, you know, why whenever I delete the cube is gone. But whenever I come over here and do a save, it tries to delete the cube again, and then that creates a problem. We're not using you. That's why. Well, we will delete you label. Okay, I guess I need it like that. Like that. Can I? I cannot. Okay. You know what? No, that is right. Okay, so I'm gonna clear this. Let's try all the buttons. New wall is working. Moving left, moving right. Shorten, 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 shorten. Length, 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 lengthen. 1 hour wall, 2 hour wall, 3 hour wall, 2 hour wall, 1 hour wall. Reset. Everything's working. All right, we did what we set out to do. That's crazy. I thought we were gonna fail. I thought we were gonna fail big time, but we actually managed to do it. It's not real, obviously, but hopefully in the next episode, and I'll do some research in the meantime, I'll figure out how to swap out a particular asset, because a 1 hour wall versus a 2 hour wall, technically they are completely different assets, or at least they are completely different, a combo of a set of assets. So as you can see, and I think we'll spend the next extension episode to do that. So we'll still be using the same code, the same UI, etc. But I'm very excited that that actually works. I can't believe it. So, but then after that, we'll head on to Windows and doors, and then hopefully we'll be able to put an app together that can combine the three and then make it all into one little extension combo looking thing. Yeah, that was cool. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.